My name is Graham, welcome to the channel, and you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers. And last month we read a collection of sad books. I'm not even all the way done. I'm almost done with The Nightingale, and I'm nearly done with My Grandmother Told Me to Tell You She's Sorry. What a mouthful of a title. Thank you so much, Frederick Bachman. But we're almost done with those two books, and so I'll be doing a huge review of the rest of the novels that I was supposed to read last month, but I wanted to give you a glimpse on what we're doing for May. And so we're doing a flower theme. This theme, this concept isn't entirely fresh. I did steal this from the mild Rumpus. He did this for his March TBR, but for completely different reasons. He did it because of the Miley Cyrus song, I Can Get Myself Flowers. There you go. That's what it says in that song.
When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong.
And so I'm going to link that in the description below so that you can be able to watch that. And thank you so much, Mild Rumpus, for giving me the inspiration to do themes for my TBR. Makes reading a lot more fun, and if you haven't checked out his channel before, go do it. It's awesome. So this month is packed full of flower books, and there's maybe one that isn't really a flower. It's the concept of flowers, but it's because it's going to be a buddy read. And so we're going to start off with that on the buddy read, and hopefully she doesn't mind that I'm spoiling that we're doing a buddy read. But here we go. It is starting off with Life and Death. It is the kind of gender swapped version of Twilight, and you know, I think fruit starts as a flower, so apples, flowers, same thing. I'm doing this buddy read with Marissa Thoman. If you haven't checked out her channel, it's awesome, and I'll have that linked down below too. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to jump into the world of Stephenie Meyer, and I kind of glimpsed a little bit at it, and she gives a little like note of the inspiration or forward of the inspiration of doing this, and she gets to revamp her book a little bit. She gets to revamp her book a little bit and change it up just a little bit to be more of what she likes. And so I'm excited to be able to see the changes and what it's like to see Edward as a boy vampire.
This one's a girl, you idiot.
And to see, you know, the other characters whose names are escaping me. So there you go. So we're gonna go ahead and put that up there. That is going to be for the month of May, and that is our only one that technically doesn't have a flower. Next up, we have a very beautiful book, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab. Now, this cover has flowers on it, and you can also see flowers sprayed edges. It's a very beautiful book, and you're probably like, how come you haven't read this beautiful book yet? Or how come you bought a beautiful book that, you know, if you haven't read it before? Well, the reason is this randomly got mailed to me with my name on it, and I don't know why. I don't know if I won this in like a Goodreads contest and it just was here, or if it was like a promotion of buying a book from the book depository when it was a thing. And I don't know why I got this book, but I know I didn't pay for it, and I know it is a very beautiful copy and has sweet drawings in the center. So I'm excited to give V.E. Schwab a try, be able to read this. I know a lot of people were obsessed with this book. It was everywhere, and so I'm excited to finally join the journey and read it for the month of May because of all the pretty flowers. Next up, we have Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. Yes. So this book has, again, some pretty flowers there. You can see a hand reaching out for the floral. Very pretty. This is what caught our eye. I believe my wife picked this book out as well to be able to read. And pretty much from the description, it is about a woman who escapes a cult, essentially, a religious cult. And she's 7 months pregnant, and she gives birth in the wilderness. And so she raises her kids up, and some things will happen. I don't know entirely what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure you're going to see kind of the kids grow up and them escaping this cult. So it's going to be this very interesting, maybe fantasy-esque fiction culty book, and it just looks pretty, and I'm excited to, you know, have more showers, I guess, in the month of May. So that is our next flower type book that I'm excited to read. This other one I bought about a month ago at a used bookshop, and it is Borne by Jeff Vandermeer. This will be my first Jeff Vandermeer book, but pretty much this plant, or this flower on the cover, is sentient and is breathable, like a heart or something. It's not entirely a flower. It kind of almost looks like a bird, but it looks like a flower too. And so it's this weird thing that this lady is carrying around, and this apparently is going to have her emotionally grow in this like apocalyptic Fallout-y type world. And so I'm excited to read some sci-fi from Jeff Vandermeer. I know he's really great, and people love his Annihilation series, and so I'm excited to read this for May and check out Jeff Vandermeer for the first time. So that is exciting. We're at 4 books so far, which is quite a bit. This is already a huge month, and I have 3 more books left. And I know there's probably a burning question. How are you going to fit in the next book in A Court of Thorns and Roses into this theme of flowers? Well, guess what? This book, A Court of Frost and Starlight, has a flower on the cover. So it matches the May theme. I didn't trick you.
Oh, you're a smart little fatso.
We are actually in it, and so that is very exciting. I can actually count this as a book that matches the theme, and it's a shorty, so I'll be able to probably read this over a weekend and get through it, so it won't be as daunting with all the other books. So I'm excited to be able to read the 4th version of that. If you haven't seen my other reviews on it, I have them all back in my review area, so check it out. It's been fun reading these books. They're kind of just fun reads, I guess you could say.
It was at this moment that he knew. He up.
Oh! Pikachu's down. So we have another buddy read that is happening this month, and this is going to be with the bookish daddy. I don't know if we're supposed to be talking about it too much, and so maybe you'll forget about it, but him and we are going to be reading something called The Bromance Book Club by Lyssa K. Adams. And you know why? It's because we're both book daddies, you know? We have a bromance, you know? Love you, dude. I don't know. That was weird, but you know, the Bromance Book Club. I'm excited to read it with you and be able to give you guys the scoop on that. So watch out for that for the end of the month. But look, it has flowers. I was worried this wouldn't have flowers either, but there's flowers right there, you know? So book daddy, I'll send you flowers. There you go. The very last book we're going to read in the month of May is from our very first indie author showcase, and I'm very excited to be able to jump into it. It's from Michaela Buchanan, and it is called Call of Blood. You can see the flowers on the left and right, and I just love the art on this cover. And I'm very excited to be able to jump into this fantasy type romance novel. It's a romantasy-ish, but I believe it's more fantasy. But pretty much the author was inspired to write a story about a griffin rider, and that's what made Call to Blood. And you know, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and you always want to ride a griffin. And so I'm excited to be able to hear more of what it is and read it and give some feedback on how it all is. And also, her sequel to this book just came out as well. And so hopefully I'll be able to buy that as soon as I finish reading this one and go from there. So go check it out if you haven't. I'll have this linked on Amazon to support some indie authors as well. So pretty much that is it for our month of May, our May flowers, if you will. You can see it is a stacked TBR on the, you know, this area over here. This is where I put all of my TBR, and that's a lot of books. That is 7 books that I'm supposed to be able to get through. And so hopefully I can. That's a huge task for me in a month, because my original goal in the beginning of the year was reading a book a week. And yeah, so wish me luck, and hopefully by this time next month, we'll have a whole new theme, and our flowers will have bloomed and the sun will rise. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have read any of these books, please let me know in the comments. And if you like what you saw and had a lot of fun with me about these books, or you vibe with my book taste, go ahead and leave a subscription as well. I'm very excited for how far this channel has gone in just a few months that we've been around, and it's been really cool to be able to talk with all of you. So the more, the merrier, and we will see you guys next time. Toodles.